Hey, muy buenas compañeros, ¿qué tal? Bienvenido a un nuevo capítulo del Let's Play en español del Vampyr. Vale. Vamos a seguir. No sé si... Abismo. Torbellino. Tío, esto está guapo, tío. Bueno, valdrá un huevo, ¿no? Ya ves, mira, tío. Me lo guardo. Nada, venga, vámonos. Venga, bien. Vale. Vale, nada, eso es mierda. Cubo de basura. ¿Qué casa querían abrir eso? ¿Esta? Una de estas. Mi objetivo está hacia allí. Un escal de eso y rata. Verdugo.
This is not a place for you, sir. Step away, sir. Die, vermin! Oh my God!
This lock's all right. Keep back for the bloody crime!
Hostia, que no se aturde, tío. Hostia, qué tiro me ha pegado, cabrón. Hostia, qué cabrón, qué duro es el cabrón este, ¿no? Qué duro es, tío. Es durísimo el mierda. Vete ya a tu casa, hombre. Oh, qué pesado.
Please open the door, sir.
Ah, están lejos esos, vale. Bah, 5 chelines, ¿en serio? ¿Nada más?
It's locked.
A ver, pues tengo que ir para allá. Ah, no, para allá.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Escondite, ¿dónde está el escondite, tío? Anda, que un tío muerto aquí. O sea, la carne, tío, que mal hecha está, ¿no? El escondite está detrás, tío. No. Voy despacio, no sé por qué. No me dejáis deprisa. Ahora. Vaya. Yo pensaba que estaba entrando en el escondite y me iba a la misión, ¿no? ¿O qué? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto? Esta escabechina, tío. Ah, pues sí, es un escondite. Bueno. No sé si mejorarlo, ¿no? Porque me interesaría mejorarlo, pero aquí. De momento no. Hacia allí. Está ahí dentro, ¿no?
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
Vaya.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to. Nobody at home.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be from Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Bueno, ahora ¿para dónde me mandas? A ver.
Look the other way this week, Joe. Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
A ver, ¿qué
Right then.
vende?
Show me what you have.
Bueno, tengo una mierda de dinero, no puedo comprarle nada. O sea que nada, fuera.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Goodbye for now, Mr.
¡No! Me cago en su prima,
Fancy
tío.
buying something, sir?
You never... Goodbye for now.
No, hombre, otra vez, tío. Pues le quiero dar
Fancy
deprisa
buying
a
something,
eso.
sir?
You never lose your
Deja
focus.
que hable los
do
que
you?
quieran hablar, venga. A ver.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane. So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
So she's trying to help her fellow immigrants. Why would that make her a villain?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Qué cabrón.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
How is business around here?
Business? I had no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Venga, va. A ver. Muchas pistas estoy desbloqueando, pero no hay nada nuevo.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis. Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Qué tonto es el tío este, a ver. Pregunta personal, está todo bloqueado, ¿no? Sí. ¿Le gusta abusar de la gente?
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in
Matón
roughing
este
up
mierda que
them
mide
bastards.
1,5 metros.
This is the only job I found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
You are a criminal who endorses criminal activity. The least you could do is stop hiding behind this pretense.
Así te
I
voy a
don't care
matar.
what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no
A job?
I got enlisted.
You are
I don't care what...
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis...
Oh, do you...
Vale, ya está, no me deja.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar
A ver si me
with this
deja
neighborhood, are you?
otra opción.
I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being
No, la
stabbed
azul es
in the
una vez.
back.
This part
Cada
of town does
la que
have
tú
quite
creas,
a
ya está.
reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more.
Hijo de puta.
Now sod off.
Nivel 3. ¿Cómo? ¿Cuándo averiguaré cómo mierda se sube eso? De cautivar.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane. Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Venga, va.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Espérate, a ver si
You
desbloquea algo.
again? What do you want this time?
No.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Uy, un cura, me da miedo.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing
El
fire.
fuego purificador.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the
¿Se quiere meterle
ashes,
fuego a la ciudad?
hardened and purified by the flames.
Habrá que cargárselo.
Fire is just the instinctive answer of a caveman facing something he does not understand. This is the 20th century.
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool.
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption,
Bueno,
more
a
and
este
more
hay que
people
cargárselo,
die in the
A este hay que
streets.
cargárselo. Está zumbado perdido, tío.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
No le cae bien. Ey, espera.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the
Le he dado
Pembroke
atrás y
Hospital?
había una opción.
I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like...
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in our country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Vale, vamos a ir al grano. 75 metros, dice. Y 30 metros. Tengo dos destinos ahora. Dios, ¿qué hay aquí? Hostia, me ha pillado el cabrón. Ahí está el discípulo.
Some of us come to this world all...
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir.
Ah, es el poeta.
Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox, the stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Verdad, a veces la verdad es aburrida.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
Vale.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Vale, venga.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu. Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Vale, venga.
I'll leave you alone, sir. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
Ah, esta es la camelia esa.
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
Vamos, que no lo dice ni pío.
Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
Cinco.
Very well. Goodbye then. Hello again, miss. Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever.
Joder, qué pesada, tío.
Very well.
Venga.
Goodbye then. Hello again, miss.
Vale, nada, lo mismo.
Very well. Goodbye then.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
Uy, una
I'm not looking for what
putilla.
you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I
¿Qué
open
te
my
meten
mouth.
dentro? ¿Guapa? Bueno, guapa no es que sea muy guapa. Pero esta es prostituta, tío. A ver, subida en Londres.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
Ahí está.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Ya está, ¿no?
Christina, have you been examined?
I don't like doctors.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Debe intentar buscar otro trabajo. Debe decir que no la juzgo.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
¿Cierto?
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Ah, que está aquí el Clayton ese de los huevos. Sí, este.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton
míralo, este.
reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Vamos a ir al grano.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Vaya tela con el tío.
He has no relatives at all?
No, except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Ah, pero ya está, ya...
I still have questions about that Darius fellow.
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Vale. Venga, va, vámonos.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
El buzón y la carta. Por aquí no, ¿eh?
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
Bueno, a ver.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Vale, venga, afuera. No hay nada aquí.
I'll leave you
buscar el
alone.
buzón. ...27 metros, está por aquí. Ah, mira, está ahí, lo estoy viendo, tío. Lo estoy viendo. Será esto, ¿no? Carta del Darío. Petrescu, mis queridos hijos, siento mucho no haberos escrito los últimos meses la situación, bla 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 bla. Si queréis leerlo, lo pausáis. Yo ya veo de qué va el rollo. No estéis tristes, hijos míos, ya sois mayores, bla 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 bla. Dadle un beso a los pequeños de mi parte y recordad que vuestro padre os quiere. Venga.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
I'm cheap and I'm clean.
Barata y estoy limpio.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Soy barata y estoy limpia, dice.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
El matón.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please. You again? Go away.
Se necesita el nivel 2 de cautivar. ¿Y cómo se consigue?
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Vale. Venga, lo hemos conseguido. No sé, algo aquí. Que a lo mejor no nos dejan entrar más o algo, yo qué sé. Todo lo que pueda me lo llevo.
It's locked.
Cerrado.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
Vale. A ver.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
It is not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. But I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
A ver, abandonará la Inglaterra después de la guerra.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
Vale, venga. Ya hemos preguntado esto vamos a preguntar por los familiares.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Ah, pues ya se lo he dicho. Me he equivocado.
I know you fought for your country when it was
Ah, no,
occupied.
esto es
no,
ya se lo he dicho.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family.
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane.
Like myself and many people in this area. Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Vale. Pues ya
Goodbye,
está,
Mr.
¿no?
Petrescu.
Chelines para mí.
It's locked.
A ver si veo que brille algo. Bronquitis, tiene bronquitis el viejo. No parece que haya nada. Dorotea, ¿dónde está? Desconocido. Yep. Vale, mira, si lo queréis leer, lo leéis. A ver, cuando lea esta carta yo estaré en el barco, bla, bla, bla. Sé que no aprueba esta decisión, vamos, que se va. Tu hermana, vale, la Dorotea de hermana que se fue, Teodora.
I need help.
Espérate, ahora te ayudo.
He's going into convulsions, Doctor.
Ya, ¿eso qué es? Yo quiero eso.
Dr. Reed, do something.
Sí, espera.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily, high fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain, diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
Oh,
I need to perform a
está rascando la garganta,
Short
tío.
pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through
Pueda
the neck.
respirar.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
Me está machacando la música esa, los oídos, tío.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Pate las manos si tiene hambre.
The stitches are holding.
Ya ves.
How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
Improvisando sobre la marcha. Se muere. Se nos muere. Se murió. Da igual. Uno menos. Ya está.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Venga.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
Planta cara a Dorothy. Espérate, que voy a ver qué hay aquí, coño. Vaya mierda, cerrado.
This is an unfitting place for the illustrious Dr. Reed. You shouldn't be here. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
He venido a acabar con su extorsión. Venga, vamos a ser directos.
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
Vamos a elegir esta.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Cautivar. A ver, vamos a cautivar. A ver esto.
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes.
Poder vampírico.
All gone.
Entrevista con el vampiro. Oh, qué bueno, tío. Qué bueno, como la novela, tío. O como la peli. Que la peli está basada en la novela de Anne Rice, Crónicas vampíricas de Anne Rice. Buenísima, por cierto. Si os gustan los vampiros y eso, os recomiendo esas novelas, esos libros. No confundís con el Vampire Diaries ese, que también está bien esa serie, pero no confundirlo con eso. Vale, no puedo hablar más con ella. Informa de la situación a Lady Ashbury. Venga. Vamos. Coño.
This one stinks already. There's one of them! Watch yourselves! Fuck, he's fast!
¿Qué coño hace esta gente aquí?
Steady, boys, we've got one of them.
¿Qué coño hace esta gente aquí, tío?
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in. Yes?
Goodbye, Mr.
Vale, ya está, ¿no? No, me he equivocado.
Is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and
una
deadly
charlatana.
epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you
Una
need to
estafadora.
help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough.
Ya hablaremos con esta más
Perhaps
adelante.
we'll talk again.
Vámonos. Vámonos al asunto. No, al asunto que quieres terminando ya con el vídeo.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Bueno.
Kill it, boy! To you!
¡Madre!
Filthy fucking beast! Burn, vermin! Burn it, boys!
Pero ¿cuántos hay, tío? Que me están disparando por detrás también. No, 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 no.
It's a neat trick. Watch the leech, boys. Die, Vermin. Doesn't like fire, does it? Burn it, boys!
No me esperaba esto para nada, ¿sabes? Venga, bien. No me esperaba yo esto para nada. ¿Dónde está la puerta, tío? Se ve una puerta, ¿no? ¿Cómo se sale de aquí, tío? Normal, ya hemos llegado. Hostia, no está... Ah, sí, está ahí. Está dentro. Bueno, gente, a ver. Hija de puta. Se la ha comido.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
Hasta un momentillo, haré una pausa, que es tarde y tengo que pedir la cena. O sea, que haré una pausita. Vale, venga, seguimos.
No need to apologize, my lady. I know exactly what you endure.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed, your ladyship. The person who took advantage of you has, shall we say, seen the error of her ways.
So who was it?
My lady, the blackmailer was dealt with using the utmost discretion. The culprit's identity is of no relevance.
Thank you, Jonathan. That is exactly what I needed from you. You have proven your loyalty, so, as a friend, please accept this small token of my appreciation.
Thank you, my lady.
If you have an inclination to learn more about vampires or your current situation, I will be glad to aid you in your quest for knowledge.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
Demasiados secretos guardé la señorita. Venga.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire is a Skull?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stone?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Huh?
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Interesante.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
Bueno. Creo que me haya mordido una tía.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
A ver, pues ya está, ¿no? Sobre Londres.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Vale.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain. More than likely, it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
Vale, pues ya está, ¿no? Lo que le ha ocurrido a Londres.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
Pues ya está, ¿no? Ahora sí.
I bid you farewell. For now. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
Bueno, vamos ahí a nuestra habitación. Y creo que subimos la elocuencia esa, la subimos. Vale. Es aquí lo siguiente. Lo vamos a subir el nivel. Estigma del dragón. Vocifera. ¡Oh! Coño, aquí está lo del DLC, tío. Vale, sí, mira, tenemos otra ropa ya, que es la que viene con el DLC. Sinceramente no me gusta más la otra. La ropa, vaya. Me gusta más esta ropa, la verdad. Pero las armas sí que pueden ser interesantes. Joder, que sí es interesante. Vociferador. Sí, sí, sí. Venga. En el siguiente capítulo... en el siguiente capítulo equiparemos las armas esas. Y a ver si las podemos mejorar o qué. Esto tiene mala cara, tío. Barrera de sangre. Esto es nuevo. Solo quiero aprender, esto me interesa. Esto es defensa, tío. Eso es defensa, eso me interesa. Y no sé, ¿qué más subí? Uy, 2000 me pide. Bueno, estos puntos me los guardaré. Como he dicho, gente, espero que os haya gustado. Si es así, ya sabéis, el apoyo se agradece. Muchas gracias por verme y nos vemos en el siguiente capítulo. Chao.